you're eating pizza. What is it about your pizza and ingredients?
It is only flour, water, some salt, sea salt, and I use a teaspoon of yeast for 50 pound bag. The whole pie is around 570 calories. I calculate my BMI, so I say, okay, this is my daily calories, 3,000 calories for me because I'm 6'6", and I decide to substitute one meal with an all pie pizza.
It looks so good. That was Italian chef Pasquale Cozzolino talking to me about how he lost over 100 pounds eating his insanely delicious pizza for lunch every day. And Pasquale is just one of the success stories featured in People's Half Their Size special issue, who are opening up about losing weight with some pretty bizarre diets.
I can't believe this.
I know.
Dr. Travis, but let's jump into his pizza diet. It does sound too good to be true. So he said that he calculated his BMI. Since he's 6'6", he had a 3,000 calorie a day diet, allowing him to have the 570 calorie pizza. Does the math check out to you?
Well, that's why we have to remember, everyone out there, most of us aren't 6'6", and not as big as he is. So I love the concept of this, though, which is he's eating real fresh food that he prepares for himself. I wouldn't recommend this diet for everyone else, but having said that, I have a saying. If you make pizza the right way, ideally thin crust, whole grain dough, it can become an awesome pizza or vegetable delivery system. Pizza can be a delivery system for all these great veggies. You just don't want to go overboard. And obviously, he's found what works for him. I might call it the once a week pizza for lunch diet.
Okay, right.
So you don't have to give up your favorite food. Every day?
Yeah, well, just in terms of variety, you want to like change it up a little. Anyway,
like you said, fresh ingredients is kind of key here. I mean, does it break down to like if you're using fresh ingredients, that's going to help you with your diet?
Well, and when it comes to overall health, absolutely. A lot of it's calories, but I will say one of the great things when I see people make fresh food, what's interesting is sometimes they don't overeat as much because you don't want the food scientists to take hold of your taste buds. Little secret for people watching right now. You know, anything you buy that's processed, there's probably a food scientist somewhere who figured out the exact combination of chemicals, salt, sugar to make you addicted to it.
To hook you in.
To hook you in, as opposed to, you know.
There's no doubt about it. It is a little creepy. But then once you like learn to taste those fresh ingredients, there's nothing better. All right, but let's move on to this. Another pretty interesting weight loss diet. This plan blows my mind. Christine Daugherty says she lost 54 pounds by eating from Taco Bell's Fresco menu, the option where there's no sour cream or cheese. How good for you are those sort of, quote, healthy options when it comes to fast food? You take away something like the sour cream or whatever.
Look, at the end of the day, you're going to eat something and make it as healthy as possible, and I would never begrudge someone who's lost weight. However they accomplish it, it does come down to how many calories are you eating, how often are you eating those calories. My big thing is absolutely switching in things like salsa in place of sour cream. If you can do that consistently, every day you're probably saving 100 to 200 calories. So you're going to lose weight. But the one thing I'm going to say is this, is I believe variety is the spice of life. And diets that focus on just one type of food and focusing on eating that and just that type of food, no matter what it is, whether it be pizza or fast food, that's not my style.
Sure.
But kudos to her, it worked.
Other than Taco Bell, any other fast food recommendations that could be sort of more healthy alternatives?
Well, I talk about this in my recent book. If I'm going to go eat quote-unquote fast food, I will go somewhere like a Chipotle or Qdoba where I can pick and choose what I want on my plate. And instead of doing a burrito with that really high-calorie tortilla, I'll do a bowl with a little bit of brown rice and beans and a lot of the fresh vegetables and peppers. So if you can control how they're making your meal, you're going to do a lot better.
Yeah,
you can
that makes
pick and
sense.
choose. So that's what I do.
All right, our last bizarre diet is Andrew Taylor's, who's lost 114 pounds under a doctor's supervision by, get this, eating mainly boiled, mashed, or baked potatoes. This sounds a little strange, I know, seeing just your facial reaction there. Seems like a lot of starch here.
A lot of starch.
Is this actually a healthy option? Would you personally recommend it? I can already tell by your face.
You hate it. You literally hate it.
Not a fan.
Look, again, to each their own, but one of the things love mashed potatoes. Honestly, Thanksgiving, that's what I want the most.
Yeah, as part of a plate of other things.
But I'll tell you, the big flaw here for me is I tell people eat the colors of the rainbow because of all those antioxidants. So potatoes, look, aren't inherently bad, but if that's all you're going to eat, you're missing out on all those other nutrients. So worked for him, but I would never recommend this to anyone, ever.
So after hearing about some of these pretty interesting diets, Dr. Travis, can you say there's really one right or wrong way about losing weight? It sounds like it's more like figure it out based on your preferences. Is that sort of where we're leaning?
I think it's why most people fail a lot of times is because they're trying to fit someone else's framework into their own life. And if you're someone, even using the pizza diet as an example, let's just say that was the perfect diet. Well, if you don't like pizza, you're screwed.
Yeah, it's over, right.
So you've got to figure out and take some of your favorite foods, and what I do is I'll make little switches. So if you're a burger and fries guy, you make little switches to make it healthier. You got to figure out what you love, make it healthier, and then you can do that for the rest of your life, and you're going to...
Hey YouTube! Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment if you enjoyed it. And for more people now, click on the subscribe button down here.
And check out more great video right now by clicking on one of these links.